Hey, Jay at Auto Transport Intel here. Listen, we're still live at Matt's. It's Saturday. It's day 3 of 3 at the Mid-America Truck Show at the Exposition Center in Louisville. And I'm lucky enough to have Nikhil from Convoy here. So we're going to talk to Nikhil. So, Nikhil, I walked in and you were kind enough. Thanks for allowing us to take time off your schedule.
Yep.
So what is Convoy doing? And tell us about yourself and how you're interacting with carriers today.
Sure. So Convoy is a nationwide freight marketplace that helps connect shippers with quality carriers. Carriers can download our app, use it to find work, make bids.
App, right?
And here's the app, yes.
Yeah.
And can use it to find work, make bids, and then get paid really quickly. Because at the end of the day, our goal is to make sure that carriers have a hassle-free experience while they're trucking and can earn more money. So that is what we're about, and
Right.
carriers can use our app to, find more work.
Because carriers are focused on staying loaded.
Yes.
And there are that's what this show's all about.
Yes.
Carriers, and they want to talk about how do I make more money, improve business. So Convoy is an app
Yep.
to help carriers stay loaded, make it easier to stay loaded, get paid faster. So
And in a hassle-free way.
in a hassle-free way.
Yep.
So tell me, how does, from a traditional method of a carrier getting loads,
Yep.
how does Convoy improve that process?
Right. So Convoy has an app through which carriers can look to find work. We were the first in the industry to have 100% automated matching between carriers and loads. So what that means is, traditionally in the industry, there was a person involved in making that phone call to connect a carrier to the load that they want. Through our technology and through the app, we've largely eliminated that. So carriers can get access to work much more quickly without the hassle of having to negotiate and talk to a broker, and at the end of the day, stay loaded and earn more money.
Right.
Yeah.
And so instead of staring at a load board, sifting it through, and they're driving, by
Yeah.
the way, so you got to have somebody to identify
Yeah.
loads, call, haggle, find out it's already gone or it's not going to work out, get to skip all that.
Yes, and that's because, again, what we can do is, using our app, we can capture the preferences that carriers have more effectively, and that allows us to recommend the next load for you, again, more effectively, and we keep learning as we go. So as we collect this data, the data science and relevance models that we have allows us to predict what you want, which then helps you get matched with the load that will make you the most money and keep you loaded.
That's awesome. So, all right, so then the app knows that I'm going to be empty in Chicago tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, and it's learning from what I've already done.
Yep.
That, okay, this load will make sense to me, and then will it self-assign itself, or how does that work?
No, so what we do is we offer to there are a couple of different ways through which carriers can accept work from our app. One is that we provide the price up front for every load that we show, and if that rate works for the carrier, they can go ahead and accept it right away. Now we also know that many different carriers have different rates of doing business, and at the end of the day, carriers know what works for their business best. So we have this other feature called bidding, where carriers can come in and tell us, this is the rate that would work for me, if I need to do this load. And then our system can take that data in, and if it works for us, we then let the carrier know that the load is something that they can get, and they can go ahead and confirm it.
That's great.
So this also, what it does, it not only helps match the carrier, but it also removes the negotiation process.
Yes.
And makes it much, much easier for everyone to find the work that they really want.
And that's the time-consuming part, and the
Absolutely.
frustrating part.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, carriers have told us, and at Matt's here, we've had a lot of carriers that have come to us and told us that in this market, finding work is probably the hardest thing for them, and they spend more than 75% of their time when they're not driving trying to find work.
Yeah.
So that's
Wow.
something that we've paid a lot of attention to, and in fact, last week we launched a new feature called automated bidding. And in fact, it's right here on the screen. You can see what a carrier can do is they can come into our app, they can tell us what preferences they have, which lanes they like to run, when they would be empty, and what is the price that works for their business. And what Convoy then does is that for every load that comes into the Convoy network, we automatically match it to them, and if the price is right, we let them know that they have won the bid. There's no need for them to make phone calls. There's no need for them to negotiate. There's no need for them to, constantly keep checking boards or apps.
Wow.
We just let them know when they want. If their truck is still available and they want to do the load, it's one tap and the load is theirs.
All right, and once they have the load, they have the load. And I mean, because that's another thing. Sometimes, as if a dispatcher books a load, oh no, you don't actually have the load. You show up and somebody else got it, or I mean, it just is so much confusion.
Absolutely, right? So one of the things that, again, we've done is the minute you accept that load, we send you the rate confirmation right away. We've heard that this is a problem in the industry where at times
you have to wait.
You have to wait. So again, because we have the technology, we can confirm and guarantee that load to you the instant you accept it. And so that way you have confidence that you're going to do a real load, and then you will get paid once you've finished that load.
That's excellent. All right, so then on your mobile phone, on your laptop, on your iPad, anywhere, right? Any device?
So we have our app is on primarily on a mobile phone.
Okay.
You can also use it on your iPad, and we also have a website through which you can access the core aspects
like
of our product.
Like a dashboard or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then are there other features that I guess, I mean, it's pretty easy to sign up. You don't have to put a lot of information in. But then as far as payment, tell me more about how then payment after I deliver a load, how does that happen?
Yeah, so getting paid, again, hearing carriers, getting paid has been one of the most frustrating and stressful things in the industry. I know it's really expensive because factoring, folks pay 2-3% a month.
No, it's a bummer.
And it's tough to wait 30 days after you do a load.
And that's why you factor. Right.
So one of the things that we've done at Convoy is we were the first in the industry to offer something called free quick pay. What that means is that if you use our app and haul the load and upload the paperwork through our app, we offer you payment in 2 days with no fees. That is game changing, and we've heard a lot of positive feedback from our carriers.
Like a 2-day ACH, no fees?
No fees.
That's good.
Yeah. And the reason we can do this is, again, because of our technology.
Right.
By using our technology, we can eliminate the waste that normally happens in terms of handling this paperwork, and then we're able to pass that back on to the carrier so that we can improve, their ability to earn more and, again, stay loaded. And
one of the big problems that also comes up is not only payment and staying loaded, but also just the fact of, is the app, is it working, is it easy to use? You must have good support.
Yep.
And then also the number of loads available on the network, which you've worked very hard to build, right?
Absolutely. So we are nationwide. We haul, primarily dry van and reefer, and we also have flatbed.
Yeah.
And we have, thousands of loads available across the country.
Right, and so this is not a small network. You sign up, and there are a lot of loads available. Yeah, and that's, to me that seems like a big part of how to really grow is you've got teams, and I've read about this. You have teams in different areas working to help build the carrier side as well as the shipper side so that there are plenty of loads. It's not like it's just a few loads.
Absolutely.
Right? What's a average capacity on the network? Is there a number that you could throw out?
Yes, I can't share a number, but I think, again, our goal is to, at the end of the day, reduce waste for everyone involved.
Yeah.
I think why it helps carriers is that it helps carriers earn more and have a hassle-free experience in trucking.
Yeah.
It also helps shippers because it allows us to, help them haul loads more affordably than the traditional call-intensive broker model.
Yes.
As well as we can provide a really high quality of service with 100% load visibility.
Yeah.
So on both sides of the network benefit, and that really helps us build a more efficient marketplace. More quickly than ever before.
So at MATS, you're reaching out to carriers, still building the network. So what's next? Is there another big milestone coming up that I don't know if you can tell us about, or what happens next?
So at MATS, we're here to obviously hear from our carriers, both from Convoy carriers who used our product and can provide us info on what's going well and where we can improve, as well as the larger trucking community where we can see what are the latest trends.
Okay.
We have a lot of exciting product announcements in store. Stay tuned and go onto our website and you'll be able to sort of see how we make progress on helping carriers at the end of the day earn more money.
Okay, so go to convoy.com.
Yeah, so if you want to stay up to date with Convoy, go to convoy.com. Our website has a blog and we talk about what product announcements we have there. And if you're a carrier that wants to actually work with Convoy, we have something called Convoy Fast Track. where you can put in your key information, so your MC number, your carrier info, and the lanes you like to run, and get signed up in 5 minutes. So
Awesome.
There's no paperwork involved. There's no hassle of sort of waiting for contracts and emails and faxes and packets being sent back and forth. Our technology automatically verifies your identity, and if it determines that you're compliant and have the right insurance, you can get the app in 2 minutes to take a load, and if you do the load,
Awesome.
you can get paid in 2 days. So
Wow.
It's a great place to come in and try to find work.
And is it a free app? Is there a fee? That's something carriers, whenever I talk about technologies, carriers say, well, what's the cost? I don't even know. Is Convoy a free app?
It is 100% free app.
Wow. I didn't know that. All right. Awesome. All right, so carriers, go to convoy.com. You want to stay loaded. You want to get paid fast. Go to convoy.com. Go to the Play Store. Go to the
App Store,
app, and download it.
Yep.
Get signed up.
Absolutely.
Get loaded.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, listen, I want to thank Nikhil and the rest of the Convoy team for being helpful, taking the time. I really appreciate it. I know you're busy. This is a great booth. Thanks for being at MATS, taking the time with me, being on Auto Transport Intel. Listen, if you want to learn car shipping, you watch Auto Transport Intel, the Car Hauling Business Channel. I'm Jay. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, take care.